Hey, welcome everyone. Greetings. Hey, howdy ho. I am back. I'm here bringing you another episode of Lore of Warcraft. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I appreciate you and love doing it. Last episode we finally ran through the stocks on camera. This is my fifth time over the past I don't know, week and a half running the stocks dungeon and all of the quests before and after it for the most part. Uh but it was the first time I did the actual dungeon itself on camera, and it was more or less okay. I don't think they're trying to remember. Since I've run it so many times, it's kind of blending together for me. But I think it was a okay run, other than the fact that I suck with a hunter. So I don't know why. That's such a powerful class, and if you want to watch that video, you can really see how it's definitely the class I'm the worst at. If you look at my other videos and see the other things I play, just not good with it. All right. We've also been reading through the official World of Warcraft strategy guide from back in the day. We've been going through it. I have a sneaking suspicion we're going to finish it on this episode. So stay a while and listen as we hop in. The last one we got through 5 chapters. We read about equipment. We read about, I want to say maybe PvP was this one. Maybe raids was one. Professions. Stuff about guilds. And then we'd spent a lot of time talking about the different zones from an actual strategy guide perspective. Is kind of neat. And then here we have, it looks like a chapter all on armor stats. Can't imagine we're going to spend a lot of time looking at lore for all of these. You get the epic. So the cool thing is it does tell you like what purples are out there, what blues are out there. That's kind of neat. There's very few. If you look at it, there are 6 epic robes essentially. And then you got a lot. But look, there's even a big list of the greens, a very big list, so that's interesting. And then they have a list of whites and grays, much smaller list. So green is the biggest category. That makes sense. And then you have the cloaks, cloth cloaks. What the heck is the difference between a cloth cloak? I guess maybe they're considering a cloth suitable for cloth wearers. I don't know, but there's only one, the cloak of flames. That's epic, and then you have the superior cloth cloaks and greens, tons of greens, whereas you got white and grays. Okay, the feet. It looks like there's 2, 3, 4. Oh, actually, I'm counting these as 2 things, but 2, yeah, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's not even, excuse me. There are no epic boots, cloth boots. That's interesting. There is 1 epic cloth hand. Wow. And it's the spell mastery cloth hand. So it's like no matter who you are, go for that thing. I don't like that it doesn't tell you where to get them or where the loot tables are at. There are 2 epic cloth heads plus 1 more. That's a bind on account. Maybe that's bind on acquire actually, and they changed it to bind on a pick. Because later on there is bind on account. So I think they have to switch that to BOP, bind on pickup eventually. I don't know how you get it. It says there is no minimum item level. So what is that? Straight twink? 62 level item, but it has no minimum. Weird. There are no epic cloth legs. So blue is as good as it's going to get. There are no epic cloth shoulders. Great. This is a issue we had last time. There are no epic cloth waists. They're just cloth waists. No epic cloth wrists. Now we're on to leather. There is 1 epic leather chest, the breastplate of bloodthirst, which adds crit and dodge. So I guess good for everybody. There are no epic leather feet. There's 1 epic leather glove, the glove of holy might, which adds a crit and attack power extra good against undead. You probably get this out there in the Plague Lands. And a lot of the end game stuff is against Plague Land. There is 1 epic leather leg, the leg epic of the leggings of the arcane, which is terrible. Why would you even? And notice they don't even have, they don't mention stats. They just mention what it does. So really, they're not mentioning a lot at all. No epic shoulders, leather. 1 epic leather belt, the sash of mercy. So this is like maybe a shaman or druid sash for healing. There is one epic leather wrist. The Bloodbane arm guards. Doesn't say what they do, so it just gives stats. Now we're on to mail. There are 4 epic mail. Gladiator chain. So some of this is all like raid stuff, PvP stuff. Annoying to get this epic in-game stuff. No epic mail feet. There's 1 epic mail hand. It gives increased one-handed axe damage. I don't even know. I guess that would be better if you were a shaman. I'm trying to think who even wears a mail. Maybe Hunter would be okay with that too. Epic mail helmet is the helm of Narv. Don't know what that does. Epic mail leg armor, the chromatic defiler. There are 2 versions of it. No epic shoulders. No epic mail waists. No epic mail wrists. Now we're on to the final set, plate. There's 1 epic plate, the breastplate of chromatic flight. This has got to be upgraded. I feel like there's more stuff out there. 1 epic boots that gives more dodge. 1 epic hand that makes you immune to disarm. That's cool. 1 epic helmet that gives extra crit. 1 epic leg that gives, it just says gives you the Heaven's Blessing. I don't know what that does. Maybe that'll be in a different chapter. 1 epic shoulder. There is an epic plate shoulder. The Stockade Pauldrons that gives you increased defense. That's it. Now shields, there are 4 epic shields. You see these advertised in chat a lot, especially the Skullflame shield. You see that one because it does this. It's pretty dope, actually. I see that one a lot. That's the most OP shield. What's this? Good shields. So they're all lit. That's purple. They've got the color wrong, is what it is. I was like, what? Because see, it's purple on every single one. They messed that part up. Yeah, it should be green. Epic axes, one-handed axes. There's the flurry axe. That's cool. Axe of the deep wounds. Oh, are we on to a new chapter? Can't tell because it's 2-handed axes. There are 3 epic brain hacker, fiery war axe, and Kang the Decapitator. Yeah, we are on to. We slipped into chapter 12. Well, actually, wait, no. This is all. So chapter 12 is all gear because it's still we're still in the same chapter as we were when we started. Epic bows is the bow of searing arrows and the hurricane. But those are kind of lower level for being epic bows. That's weird. DPS is pretty solid though. Like I guess it's a level 53 bow. The hurricane. There are no epic crossbows. Epic daggers. There are 4. Death Striker, Akar's Sunrazor, Shadowblade, and Gut Ripper. So you can kind of see these in trade. You see them posted all the time. There are no epic fishing poles. No epic fist weapons. 2 epic guns. The Dwarven Hand Cannon being the most powerful one, and the precisely calibrated boomstick. So those are both kind of right around levels. Hopefully we can find some of those. That would be cool. My guy's a gun wielder. Epic maces. There are 5 of those. Hand of Edward the Odd, Iron Foe. I think I've seen that one. Hammer of the Northern Wind, Hammer of Expertise, and the Ardent Custodian. There is one epic 2-handed mace, the Terran Icebreaker. Excuse me. Which has like a burst extra damage it can do. No epic pole arms. 1, 2, 3, 5 epic staves. The Staff of Jordan, Warden Staff, Glowing Brightwood Staff, Elemental Mage Staff, and the Headmaster's Charge. If you play the World of Warcraft board game, which I've talked about before, a lot of these are actually on there. It's kind of cool. Epic one-handed swords. There is the Dazzling Longsword, the Blood Razor. I've seen that one. Krollblade, Dragon's Call, and Tibu's Blazing Longsword. A lot of these have this extra. I think they probably come from like Molten Core, Blackrock Mountain kind of stuff. Epic two-handed swords. There's Nightblade, Suthraze the Lasher. I've seen that. Destiny, Blackblade of Sharam, Runeblade of Baron Rivendare. That's cool. And the Blade of Hannah. No epic throne, no epic wands. Bummer. That would be cool. There's a person holding a little stick. And now we're into chapter 13 where it talks about items. So they do have an epic offhand item, the Book of the Dead, and it allows you to summon skeletons. It's kind of cool. Epic necklaces. There's the Lay of Lilies, which conjures lily roots that heal you. Sort of like the oh, what's that faction in Shadowlands when you the Night Fae. It's kind of like their little skill tree you can get for one of the paths. That's the one I used when I was playing that in retail. It creates like these flowers under your feet. Jeweled amulet of Cainwyn and Lady May's pendant. There are a few epic rings. The Underworld Band, the Ring of Saviors, the Freezing Band, the Myrmidon Signet, and the Mark of the Dragon Lord. A couple epic trinkets. The Life Stone, which heals you, and if you use it, it heals you like a pretty decent amount. And the Lion Horn of Stormwind, which allows you to cast a spell of said name. I don't know. Then they give you a list of the alcohol that you can buy, the drinks, the food, big list of the different food that you can get in the game, poisons, potions. But again, they don't tell you. They tell you the level, the cooldown, the sell and purchase price. So you really could get into this a lot more. This is where it starts to be like Wowpedia, because do they want to like quadruple the size of this book? Because you could have like 500 pages just describing this stuff. The scrolls, quest items, there is more. I guess that's just items that come just from quests, but I feel like it's probably more than that. Weird miscellaneous items such as bright baubles for fishing. Alchemy potions. So these are, I don't even know why. What's the difference between an alchemy potion and a straight up potion? So for instance, you have the arcane elixir or discolored healing potion. Then you get them here too. So I guess here it tells you what they actually do. Okay. This tells you what the enchantments do. Here are the engineering gadgets. There's a bunch of them. The unstable trigger adds a component. Okay, so now we're into chapter 14, the penultimate chapter, and it gives you a straight up bestiary of creatures by zone. They tell you the level range of the creature, what kind of creature it is it normal or elite, and does it have any status immunities? And then it goes alphabetically by level, by zone, and then it has pictures of each type of creature. So that Ajara, we have a picture of a Naga. Burning Steps, it gives us some dragon whelps, and I have no idea what that thing is. Can't tell. Darkshore, they give us some Furbolgs and Murloc. Deathless Centaur. Dunmorog, we've got Leper Gnomes and Snow Leopards. Durotar, Centaur, maybe that's Orcs. And Crawler, Makrura. Duskwood, they've got some undead. Dustwell and Marsh, you got Crocs. Eastern Plaguelands, Elementals and undead. Elwyn Forest, you got bears and people. Fellwood, you get slimes, demons, and multiple types of Furbolg. Fairlish, you get giants. Hillsbrad Foothills, you get, that looks like turtles. Turtles, humans, and gnolls. Hinterlands, you get different types, tons of different types of griffins. They're showing 3 pictures of griffins, plus trolls. Lochmadon gets bears and pigs, I guess. There's a lot of other things. What about trogs? Mulgore gets Kodo and Harpy. Okay. Red Ridge gets, looks like it's gnolls, but I would throw orcs in there too. Searing Gorge has elementals. Silver Pine Forest, a couple different pictures of werewolves and voidwalkers. Stone Talon just shows goblins, but really it's the Venture Co. Stranglethorn Vale gets trolls and humans, pirates really. Swamp of Sorrows gets black dragons and I don't know what that is. It looks like a lost one, like a broken one. Tanaris shows Scorpion. Teldrassil has little imps and night sabers. Barons, it doesn't have anything. Thousand Needles shows hyena people. Maybe there's occultist scorpions. Tristful Glades has undead bears and skeletons. Ungoro Crater decided they don't want to show the dinosaurs. It's weird how they arbitrarily cut some out. Western Plagueland, it shows Scarlet Crusaders and maybe like some plague rats or something. Westfall shows pigs and gnolls. Wetlands, crocs, gnolls, spiders. Winter Spring has multiple Yeti ice trolls, and I don't know what that thing is. Looks maybe like an owl or something. All right, we're on the final chapter of this book. I thought we would do it, so we're almost done. And that gives us the pet shop, and it's the different companions that you can have. There's probably not that many. So they tell you the name of it. They tell you how much it costs, how hard is it to find, where could you purchase it, or where does it drop. So there's the Ancona chicken, the black king snake, a Bombay, which looks like it's a kind of cat, the brown snake, the cockatiel, the cockroach, the Cornish rex. You can buy that from the cat lady. Crimson snake, a great horned owl, a green-winged macaw. You get that in Dead Mines. A hawk owl, a hyacinth macaw. You can get that from pirates in Stranglethorn. A Maine Coon cat. That is an Alterac Mountain drop. Mechanical chicken, you get that from the quest. The little chicken egg robo quest that you in Booty Bay. Mechanical squirrel, you can make that. Mini Diablo, people got that if they bought the collector's edition back in the day. I want it. I never got that. Orange Tabby, Panda Cub, same thing, collector's edition. Pet Bombling. Man, if you I really wish I could have the mini Diablo. Pet Bomb, I would put it on my retail account though. You can make if you're a goblin, you can make the Bombling. Prairie Dog, Senegal, Siamese Cat, Silver Tabby, Snowshoe Rabbit, a Sprite Darter. You get that from a quest in the Hinterlands. Tiny Black Whelpling. So that's cute. That's cool. If you've in the Badlands, you fight the whelps, you have a chance of them dropping that. Tiny Crimson Whelpling, same thing in the wetlands though. Tiny Emerald Whelpling can drop in the Swamp of Sorrows. So I guess you can never get a blue or a bronze Whelpling. There's a white kitten, and then there's a collector's edition Zerolus. I don't even know what that is, like a little mini Fellhoundish kind of thing. I wish I had that. That's it. We did it. We busted out this entire book. So a 434-page book, you kind of saw how it is. I do like at the end how they show the in-game tunes of the different authors. Michael Loomis, Daniel Vanderslip. I'm trying to see if I recognize any of these names. Maybe, but maybe not. Nothing's jumping out at me. They seem kind of familiar. Additional Brady World of Warcraft junkies. Papa, Oot, Olin. All right, so yeah, they give their acknowledgments, and they say, "Welcome to the next level. You can buy a binder combo." Interesting. I don't know what you would do with that. I don't know what this last page would have. Oh, there we go. It's just literally the back cover. This guy's your best weapon. All right, so we did that. So the next episode we'll wrap up Dead Mines, but then after that we will start the other strategy guide. We're basically halfway done with our interlude before I get into the real nitty-gritty of what we're going to do. I hope that I can find a digital version. I should start doing my research now, because this means in all likelihood we barely have more than a week before I have to get on my actual project. So I need to start my research, find out, can I find it digitally? If not, I'm going to have to order the hard copies and start scanning like these people do, like we do with Chronicles. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching, for tuning in. We got another episode in the pipe 5x5, and I will see you all next time on Lore of Warcraft.